a big proponent of scouting, and I'm sure that steam came out of his ears for years at the thought of people stealing scout badges. You know,
say that 3 times fast.
Stealing scout badges, because what a way to send the wrong message. You have to pass the test for that badge,
right.
Or you could steal the badge and make it look like you passed it.
Right.
That just wasn't right. And I don't know how many Mr. Simmons paid back, paid 10 cents for, but I hope they got them back.
Right, for sure.
1978, this day, a very nice young lady named Amanda Young was crowned the 1978 Barron County Dairy Princess.
Well, no, that's an honor.
It's nice royalty indeed. Then we go to 1988. 3 Metcalfe County teachers this day in 1988 were honored for outstanding service. They are Susan Chambers, Bonita Bell, and Rita McMurtry. 3 excellent educators who were honored by their peers in 1988 upon their outstanding service. Let's see, this day in 1998, this was the official beginning of something that's been going on around here. It's called Safe Spot.
Okay.
This was the day 20 years ago today that Safe Spot was introduced to Glasgow and Barron County in the hopes of starting the program here. And that did get started, and having a safe place for people to go, that particularly youngsters who
need a safe space.
Needed a place to go, a safe space. And finally, it was 10 years ago this very day, the Glasgow Community Band provided wonderful music on the square for the concert on the square. That was 10 years ago today. Sure. And you know what's happening tonight?
What?
The concert on the square, presented by the Community Band. It's an excellent opportunity, and we keep saying this. Don't worry if it rains, or if it rains anymore, if it might be raining. The decision's already in place, and we all know about how we're going to get the word out to whatever decision it might be. Could be at the plaza.
There you go.
There's certainly just 300 feet difference.
Sounds about right.
You can walk right in there and enjoy it. The music's going to be good, just like it was 10 years ago.
Right.
Come and be a part of it tonight. So that's where we are in the archives today. All kinds of, swearing at the council, and swearing in at the council.
Either way, I can understand.
Good old Uncle Billy with his wheeled chair.
I heard he was hot.
Yeah, that's right. And, certainly some smart folks here in the newsprint as well.
Right.
It's the archives. Thanks to the folks at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services for being our sponsor of the archives each and every day.
Get more for your trade today at Goodman Nissan's Trade-In, Trade.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next, because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
To this right now, you would say that it's your will, it's your desire to honor God. Do you think that such is accomplished by living a life of fear? Do you think you honor God by living a life of sadness? Do you think you honor God by living a life of anger? Or rather, do you think it makes more sense, and rather that it's biblical, that we honor God by living lives of joy? Psalm 16:11, you show me the path of life, in your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. The life that honors God is first and foremost obedient, but it's done in a spirit of joy. We're to be drawing people to Christ, not repelling them. We honor and glorify God by living a life of joy. This is Bart for South Green Street.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Generous amounts of rainfall forecast over the next few days, anywhere from maybe an inch to possibly as high as 2 or 3 inches of rain. You're starting to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms around first part of the daytime hours today, and still that threat into the afternoon, 82 degrees. Thunderstorms are likely tonight, 66. More scattered storms tomorrow, 81. And then we'll get a dry Saturday as we kick off the weekend, middle 80s. And then Sunday, a few thunderstorms and highs in the middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Well, we're toying with rain in downtown Glasgow. We're seeing a few little sprinkles. Some other folks have had a little bit more rain, but nonetheless, it's in the neighborhood. If we can just open up the faucet and let it drip out a little bit, we'll have some sort of rain here, and we kind of need some rain. Let's see, the current conditions, the barometer is at 29.96. I'm going to reread the rain gauge here in a second because I have 0.01, but I haven't looked at it in just a little bit. 29.86 is the pressure, and west winds at times at 10 miles an hour. 72 at WCLU. It is 3 minutes after 7 o'clock.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
We're going to, well, let me tell you, it's 7:05. I want to make sure I got everybody's birthday here. I got to tell you who's good as gold today. I'm about to mess that up because it's Larry Ward Day. Now, Larry had a birthday. Actually, it looks like Larry has a birthday coming up in a couple of days. And because of just sometimes we had to do just a little bit of shuffling, we're going to do it early. It's Larry Ward Day on the radio. I think he's got a birthday on Saturday, so let's just go ahead and wear him out for a couple of days. If you see Larry Ward out and about, you pat him on the back, too. Tell him he's good as gold from his friends here at WCLU and your friends at A Little Taste of Texas. That is one happening place. Okay? Okay. And let's see. We talked about the concert on the square, rain or shine. If it rains, we just go to the plaza. Won't even... won't even miss a beat, so to speak. 7 o'clock tonight. Highland Elementary Site-Based Council meets today at 4:30. The Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church has Vacation Bible School tonight, 5:45 until 8 p.m. We'll mention some others here as we barrel through the morning. But right now, Long John Silver's is presenting this morning's trivia question. You could win a Fish and More dinner at Long John's. And don't forget the daily specials. Do you know what day it is? What it pays to know, because Long John Silver's in Glasgow is announcing some show-stopping deals for you and your family every Sunday from 11 till 7. It's all-you-can-eat fish and chicken for $8.99. Bring your friends and family on Sundays and get all-you-can-eat fish and chicken $8.99. If it's Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday. Get a fish taco for 99 cents. Friday, it's crab cakes, just 99 cents each. These are limited-time deals, so get to Long John's in Glasgow today. All right, let's play trivia. 651-9149-800-956-1023. If you can answer this question, then we're going to tell you to go to Long John's A&W, where they will welcome you in the front door and ready for something tasty out at Long John's A&W, such as the Fish and More dinner. Okay, so here we go with the question for today. It's a famous quote. I'm going to give you a famous quote, and you're going to tell me who said it. Here we go. The famous quote is, "It's a little bit like being the head caretaker at the cemetery. There are a lot of people under you, but nobody listens." Famous politician said that. It's a little bit like being the head caretaker of the cemetery. A lot of people under you, but nobody listens. That quote is attributed to whom? Trivia.
Ronald Reagan.
No, it wasn't Ronald Reagan. Who knows? Got a lot of harpsichords playing there. Trivia.
Harry Truman.
No, it wasn't Harry. This was a much more local politician. Trivia.
Terry Hatchett.
No, it wasn't Terry Hatchett. It's a little bit like being the head caretaker of the cemetery. There are a lot of people under you, but nobody listens. Who said that?
Abe Lincoln.
Wasn't Abe. Trivia.
Louis Nunn.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
Happy Taylor.
No. Trivia.
Mitch McConnell.
No. Trivia.
Wendell Ford.
No. It's a little bit like being the head caretaker of the cemetery. There's a lot of people under you, but nobody listens. Trivia.
Walter Baker.
No. Trivia.
Will Rogers.
Wasn't Will. Trivia.
Boots Vance.
No, that's not right. It's, okay, here's a strong hint. A Kentucky congressman said that. Trivia.
Bobby Richardson.
No? Trivia.
Happy Chandler.
No? Trivia.
William Natcher.
No? Trivia.
Henry Clay.
No, it's not right. You're going to be shocked to know who's credited with quoting this word. Trivia.
Mitch McConnell.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
Rand Paul.
No. Trivia.
Baker.
No. Trivia.
Jody Richards.
No, it's not right. I'm going to... What is the time? Oh, the clock. Look at it. Okay, here's the strongest hint I'm going to give you. A Kentucky congressman from Somerset, all right? Trivia.
Hal Rogers.
There we go. Who is it speaking?
Tina Perry.
Hey, Tina, how you doing?
Doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. Now, did you have to have the hint or not?
My mom actually looked it up.
Oh, your mom looked it up. Well, see, what a tag team that is. You know, there's a lot of famous politicians who were credited with saying this, but it truly is Hal Rogers, Congressman Hal Rogers from over at Somerset, who's the guy, and of course, you know, Hal is actually, in addition to being a congressman, he's been a long-time broadcaster. So that's kind of, you know, I always like reading what he has to say, but he's the guy credited with saying it's a little bit like being the head caretaker of the cemetery. A lot of people under you, but nobody listens. So that worked out good, Tina, because in addition to you winning, your mom helped us prove that, that's exactly right. She looked it up. It's in some book. So congratulations to Tina Perry. Take care of Mama, okay?
All right.
Okay, and you have a good day. Thank you.
You.
Bye-bye. All right, Tina Perry. Took a little work right there, but it's true. Because actually Tina's mom was doing the looking up while Tina was dialing the phone. I like that tag team effort right there. Tina Perry. That's the quote that belongs to Congressman Harold Hal Rogers from Somerset, Kentucky. We'll play tomorrow. Never know when you can work together and y'all can win some fish. Thanks to Long John's for making this enjoyable each and every day.
CBS News Update. President Trump reverses policy on separating families who enter the U.S. illegally. Hours later, at a rally in Minnesota, he gets back to talking tough.
Illegal immigration costs our country hundreds of billions of dollars.
Correspondent Major Garrett on why the president ordered separations to stop.
This administration had a very difficult time explaining in public whether or not this was a deterrent, whether or not this was something they were forced to do, whether it was their own policy, who was to blame. The administration could never, at HHS, meaning Health and Human Services, the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, even here, come up with a consistent and coherent message about why it was choosing to do this.
Hundreds of unaccompanied minors are still being flown to foster care facilities in other parts of the country. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio.
These children are across a whole range of ages. The youngest to come here, they told us, was 9 months old.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
It's spring sale time at Bailey Gibson, and Dad's got the prices you're looking for. New incentives are being offered on many GMCs and Buicks on the lot. We hope you're looking for a new car or truck, because we're looking for good trade-ins. Bring your used car or truck to Bailey Gibson, and we'll offer you a better deal than you can get anywhere around. Stop by and check out our spring savings event now underway at Bailey Gibson in Glasgow. Lola, what do you say?
We're having a springtime sale at Bailey Gibson. Give my dandy a call on his flip phone for a great deal.
I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. As recent history tells us, disasters can happen. It's impossible to prepare for everything, but it is possible to prepare for what happens next. And that's where we come in. At ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance Agency, we can provide you with many options as an independent agency. And it's our job to make sure you know about all the what-ifs so that your policy has you prepared for what happens next. So just ask us. We'd be honored that you did. Just give us a call at 651-8837. We're ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance Agency, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you know, you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
.715, light rain falling in downtown Glasgow. Pockets of rain all throughout southern Kentucky. Let's be prepared for that. Find the umbrella, find the headlights, and make sure your wipers are working because it's going to be raining for a little while here. Let's go to the newsroom with our next check of local news and news director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Both suspects wanted in connection with the weekend shooting in Barron County are now in custody. Barron County Sheriff Kent Keene says the juvenile that's accused of shooting into a car with individuals inside was taken into custody yesterday. 19-year-old Alyssa Branning of Cave City has been charged with driving the vehicle. She'll face 4 counts of wanton endangerment. Again, the juvenile's name has not been released because law enforcement can only release the names of adults. Cave City Police Officer Mark Johnson arrested 32-year-old James Arms and 32-year-old Samantha Hankins, both of Cave City, on Wednesday morning. Officer Johnson saw Arms driving on South Dixie Highway with no license plate, made a traffic stop on the vehicle. After a brief investigation, Canine Jax was called to the scene, where he did give a positive alert on the vehicle. Upon a search, a plastic container of crystal meth was found. They also found the container with crystal meth inside. Arms was arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, no registration plate, no registration receipt, and display of illegal or altered registration. Hankins was arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. Both were lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. Park City got a helping hand yesterday, and their city park looks a whole lot different. Yesterday was Green Day. Now, Robbie Toms is the manager of Park City's Cargill plant, and he led a team of nearly 20 of his own employees as they took part in Cargill's annual Green Day. Now, Tom says the plant shut down for about 4 hours, but the employees stayed on the clock, and they all headed down to the park in Park City to help clean up debris and to give something back to their community.
It's the way that give back to our communities, and very fortunate to be part of Cargill, because that's is a passion of mine for many years, because I served, like I said, I served many years on the school board, Barron County School Board, but to let the people give back to their communities, show your community that you really do care.
Mayor Shannon Crumpton was all smiles as folks pitched in, and she says since they've gotten the new playground equipment and pavilion, folks are using the park all the time.
We only have one, so any volunteers that we could ever get are great to have. So we, it helps. Bill trimmed all of the trees up and everything else. So it takes a long time in this park. So.
And you guys have got a nice park here. You've got playground equipment for small kids. You've got pavilions, places for folks can come and sit and eat. Do you have a lot of people that use the park?
We have people that use the park every single day. And now that we have this new playground equipment, that it's new to us, it was used, they are renting our playground every weekend. I mean, not the playground, I'm sorry, the Lions Club and the pavilion for family picnics, family reunions, birthdays, all those things. So we're actually getting more playground equipment, and it will be installed at the end of July. And the Lions Club actually purchased that for us.
Big things going on in Park City.
Big things.
Be hard-pressed to find someone that didn't mention the name Bill. Now, serving as the city's only maintenance person, he's tasked with a wide variety of duties, as Park City resident Ashley Dennis explains. Now, Ashley, you told me this right here is Bill.
This is Bill.
What does Bill do in Park City?
Everything.
Nothing.
Everything.
Bill does everything?
Every good thing in Park City, Bill is involved in.
That's not true.
That is true. Bill doesn't like to brag on himself, does he?
No.
Bill, what are y'all doing out here today?
We had Cargill out here today. They're having a green day. So I cut trees all day yesterday, and they picked them all up for us.
Councilmember Leon Higginbotham what it meant to have a community partner like Cargill.
Oh, it means a lot. Really appreciate all the work that they've done today.
Which is located right behind the city's Lions Club and historic Bell's Tavern. Responding to a drug complaint on Park Avenue, Glasgow police arrived at the scene and made contact with Sean Shirley inside of Billy Billiard's pool hall. They found marijuana, alprazolam, hydrocodone, and crystal meth out inside his vehicle. Shirley was arrested, charged with trafficking in a controlled substance. 2 counts of that. 1 count of trafficking in marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, prescription of a controlled substance not in the proper container. He was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. Sergeant Jesse Barton was assisted at the scene by Officer Zane Greer. Recent session of the Barron County Grand Jury's returned several indictments. 60-year-old Douglas Pennycuff, Cave City, was indicted for 3 counts, possession of a controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana. 29-year-old Matthew Tyler Redford of Etoile was indicted on 8 counts, improper registration, no Kentucky registration receipt, prescription of a controlled substance not in the proper container, no insurance, DUI, violation of a Kentucky EPO, and possession of a controlled substance. 34-year-old Adam Lawson of Maryville, Tennessee, was indicted on 4 counts, possession of a controlled substance, fleeing or evading police, giving officer a false name, and operating on a suspended license. 23-year-old Jacob Chandler Gossett of Glasgow was indicted on 3 counts, trafficking in marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and persistent felony offender. 29-year-old Shane Michael Cardwell of Hardyville was indicted on 3 counts: possession of a controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. 40-year-old Adam Lee Ward of Bonneville was indicted on 4 counts: operating on a suspended license, carrying a concealed deadly weapon, fleeing or evading police on foot and in a motor vehicle. And 49-year-old Manuel Cano of Noblik was indicted on 2 counts: alcohol intoxication and promoting contraband. Remember, an indictment's an accusation only, and all individuals should be considered as innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law. 7:22 a.m., 72 degrees.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Auction starts at 1 p.m. this Saturday afternoon.
In more local news, tomorrow is the annual Guns and Hoses Blood Drive, which puts the Glasgow Police Department against the Glasgow Fire Department to see who can get more blood donated in their name. I checked in with Glasgow Police Chief Howie and Chief Marr to see who they think will come home with the prize.
Department. Oh my heavens.
So now,
so what did we steal?
What are you looking at right there?
This is the Guns and Hoses annual blood drive plaque for the winners.
So now you do have possession of that.
I do.
Y'all done it for 4 years.
Uh-huh.
Chief Marr, what do you have to say about the 4 years?
Oh, well.
Were you all robbed?
Regardless, we were robbed. The last 3 years, we have been robbed. Regardless of popular opinion, you cannot get out of a parking ticket by making a donation to the Guns and Hoses in the police department.
That's just not right. No, what it is they don't want to get up out of their barca lounger.
Oh.
Show up.
I can understand that, you know. So we've got Glasgow Police Chief Guy Howe, Glasgow Fire Chief Brian Marr. We've got Guns and Hoses is coming up.
Absolutely.
This Friday.
Yes, this Friday.
And Guns and Hoses is basically whoever goes and donates blood, they can donate the name of the police department or the name of the fire department, and then whoever gets more gets the plaque.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what are you guys going to do different this year, Chief Marr, to try and bring this plaque home?
This year, we're going to allow guys on duty to donate blood if they choose to.
Okay.
Depending on who.
Excuse me, they've allowed that the last 4 years anyway.
No, that's a standing operating guideline. We've not allowed that due to the strenuous nature of our job.
Well, you have like some of the calendar firefighters. I've seen the calendars I've done in the past. Will they be out there in front of the donation place?
Sure.
So where's this going to be at?
It's very strenuous to push that button for that Arcalizer leg thing to come up and switch the remote control on their satellite TV.
Well, I mean, if they did get carpal tunnel from that, then maybe make it hard to donate.
It could very well. Could very well.
Are you just going to let him talk?
I believe the public knows how hard their fire department works for them. It's a strenuous job. You're sitting in an air-conditioned vehicle all day long writing some paper for tickets here. I don't know the difference.
And you're saying again, to clarify, you don't get out of parking tickets.
You do not get out of parking tickets based on your Guns and Hoses.
Is that something you may like to offer this year, like some coupons?
No, we don't get out of jail free cards. And I think the public realizes the hard job that the Glasgow Police Department does for them to keep them safe year round. But you know what? With all the fun set aside, this is a very important opportunity. Summer's upon us. People are out vacationing. The need for blood goes sky high during the summer. So we just ask people to come out, donate blood. And it doesn't need to be for the police or fire. Just donate blood for the people that need it.
But y'all are saying that if they were to choose a department, y'all would much rather it be your all's department.
Absolutely.
Because you all, a lot of the times, you all are the very first people on the scene, so you do know the amount of blood that's needed or that can be needed on any given day or any basis.
Absolutely. I do know of at least 3 instances locally where they've declared an emergency in the last 5 years for blood, where they have run so low on their supplies, specifically locally at TJ Sampson and other local hospitals, that they placed out an emergency call for that. So the supply is needed, needs to be there.
Right, and so you want them to give in the name of the police department, you want them to give in the name of the fire department. Where do they give?
It is at First United Methodist Church on South Green Street.
What time?
June 22nd.
Friday the 22nd. Yep, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Right. And also, I'll put a link on our website where you can go online, fill out all your paperwork, have it all done, get there and give. How's that?
Yes, absolutely.
Does that sound good?
Just remember, we will be there writing down tag numbers. Just kidding.
And you're saying that there will be no grass fires that day started to try to get the fire department away, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, they'll come up with some reason not to show up. They're scared of needles.
The Barca Lounge thing got hung and they couldn't get out of the
Exactly.
There you go.
You just gonna let him keep talking? I guess so.
That's the way it goes. I'm not that good.
All right, folks. Guns and Hoses this Friday at the First United Methodist Church downtown Glasgow.
Yes.
All right.
Family Life Center.
Thank you very much.
South Green. See you there.
He said, "See you there." You're not going to be there.
See you there.
We'll see you there.
I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A judge has struck down Kentucky's new pension reform law that sparked protests at the state capitol.
Franklin Circuit Judge Philip Shepard ruled the Republican-led General Assembly violated the Constitution because of the way it enacted the bill, which was originally introduced as legislation dealing with sewage. Attorney General Andy Beshear sued to block the law.
It was wrong to shut out teachers and other public servants. It was wrong to try to pass something in just 6 hours, turning a sewer bill into a pension bill.
Thousands of teachers marched on the Capitol to protest the bill, leading to the closure of dozens of school districts. I'm Paul Miles.
14 are looking at felony charges after authorities in Anderson County say they vandalized their former high school's field house. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office says the 4 18-year-olds damaged the field house at Anderson County High School in late May. They face burglary and criminal mischief charges. The man who shot Regina Nichols, the first female police officer in Kentucky to be killed in the line of duty, is up for parole this year. In October of 1998, John Paul Work shot and killed Nichols while she was responding to a call of a suspicious person. Former Harrodsburg Police Chief Ernest Kelty tells WKYT Nichols was passionate and kind.
This wasn't affected one person, this affected a whole community.
The parole hearing will be held in August. An exact date and time has not been set. The University of Kentucky basketball program is getting a big-time transfer from Stanford. First-team All-President's Athletic Conference 12th player Reed Travis announced in a Twitter video he'd be playing at Kentucky for his senior year.
I'm excited to work hard every day and to give everything of myself to this program so that we can compete for a national championship.
Reed has already amassed over 1,400 points in his college career. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Daddy, are we almost there? Sweetie, Daddy's trying to concentrate on the road. We'll be at Grandma's soon. Dad, I really have to go to the bathroom. Can you pull over?
Well, we'd get there a lot sooner if the semi would just get over. Hang on, everybody. Protect yourself and your drivers by learning how to share the road with big trucks. The Ticketing Aggressive Cars and Trucks campaign is being enforced statewide, so pay attention. Don't be distracted. Brought to you by the Kentucky State Police Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Branch.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Did you know 48% of kids...
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Bible school that's coming up at the Glasgow First Assembly of God. Here's a deal for you. The pastor there is Ricky Jackett, and the Bible school is going to go on through Friday. This is Vacation Bible School, and the church is located on South Green Street. However, what they're trying to do is to get 50 youngsters to attend the Vacation Bible School. And if that happens, then Pastor Jackett is going to see to it that all of the men in the church shave their heads. There's an incentive to get that done at Glasgow First Assembly of God. They're having a good Vacation Bible School. Red Cross School is providing the food, lots of opportunities. So trying to get to that 50 number there at the Glasgow First Assembly of God.
The following weather forecast is brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and Private Caregiver and Referral Services. When roles reverse in your later years, when child becomes caretaker and the needs of the parent become most important, it's comforting to know that there's help along the way. Peggy Tuck Edwards would like for you to be informed about Private Caregiver and Referral Services because sometimes our elders just need a little company and companionship. It's our duty to see that those needs are met, whether in the home or in an assisted living or nursing home facility. Peggy and her network of compassionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062.
Generous amounts of rainfall forecast over the next few days, anywhere from maybe an inch to possibly as high as 2 or 3 inches of rain. We're starting to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms around first part of the daytime hours today, and still that threat into the afternoon, 82 degrees. Thunderstorms are likely tonight, 66. More scattered storms tomorrow, 81. And then we'll get a dry Saturday as we kick off the weekend, middle 80s. And then Sunday, a few thunderstorms and highs in the middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. The constant coverage and studio radar screen this this hour is sort of showing rain shower activity dotting the landscape in Kentucky, but the heaviest rain is yet to cross into Kentucky. Still just to the west of Evansville, going to hit Sturgis, Kentucky, and Henderson, Kentucky, other parts of West Kentucky. Just some light sprinkles here in south central Kentucky right now. A little bit of heavier rain shower activity up almost to Pikeville, so it's statewide, I guess it would say. Nothing that's an organized frontal boundary, but again, we could be sprinkling for a while and then maybe get some good downpours. We'll wait and see. 72 degrees at WCLU. Barometer is at 29.86. West winds at 10 miles an hour. Humidity at 96%. We still haven't kicked over past .01 in the rain gauge, but I see it coming. 7:37.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for...
Today we got several to tell you about. Ralphie's Fun Center wants you to have fun when you come out there. And there's something you need to check out over there in the escape room. This is called the Superheroes Adventures. You and a group of superheroes have been locked up in a room by a villain. You have an hour to escape before a bomb detonates inside of the room. You can solve the clues in time to escape, or, well, you know what? You could be destroyed. It's Ralphie's Fun Center, and I can guarantee you that kind of excitement is fun. The place to be is Ralphie's. Okay, and so what we have on the birthday list today, I've been shuffling papers here. I got to make sure that I have everything over here that I need to have. We've got Dean Pettigo. Dean is 66 today. That's from his mama. We have Gail Wilkinson turning 52. Savannah Fields with a birthday. It is the birthday of Edna Marie Adwell. Edna is 89 today. Amy Finn Ray. James Cheeley. Seth Creasman. Mike Downs. Mike, we woke up the roosters for sure with that big 60 gong this morning. Jackie Hurt is 25. Elizabeth Humphrey is 47. We have Bobby Duff. Roland Bacon is 82. Judy Risley with a birthday. Colleen Pointer. Anniversaries: Vernon and Marie Crawhorn. William and Janet Hunley. And Ben and Sherry Robertson is number 15 for the Robertsons. And belatedly, a 15th birthday from yesterday for Ben Lyle. 651-914-9800-956-1023. Online, it's WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, friends. You know, for several years while I was coaching at the junior high level, there was a poster that hung on the wall of the gym. This poster had a picture of a runner competing in a race and being pursued by other runners close behind him. At the bottom of the picture there was a caption which read, "The race is won with the heart, not the feet." As I thought about that over the years, I've come to the realization that this is true of the Christian race as well. Although the effort must be there to finish the race as best we can, it is ultimately true that we can never be good enough to deserve the prize. We must depend upon the grace of a loving God to award such a prize of heaven to those who complete the course. And since it is true that I will always fall short, then I must realize that when I have done all that I can do, I'm still an unprofitable servant. That being said, I must strive with all of my might for the goal promised by God. When the heart is set on heaven, then the Master waits at the finish line to crown me with the victor's wreath. Indeed, the race is won not with the feet, but with the heart. Fight the good fight, run a good race, finish the course, and Jesus will reward the runner's heart with a crown of glory that will not fade away. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Shut that window! We can't afford to heat the whole neighborhood.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Anniversary side of things, I believe that the nice lady said that they're celebrating their 15th as well. So let me get that 15 in there for Doug and Tabitha Robertson. Now let me change places right here. I got Bobby Lee Hurt on the phone this morning, the man who is in charge at Hurt Auto Sales and a good guy to know. How you doing this morning, Bobby Lee?
Doing the best, Henry, and how about you guys?
We are doing good right here. We are hammering away at it. We are burning on all 8 cylinders today, smoothly.
That's good. I hope nothing blows, and hope you keep ticking on. Okay?
Hey, I was gonna I guess it was yesterday on CBS News. I actually talked back in my studio to a woman on CBS. They had a news story that the lead story was that the price of pre-owned vehicles is up 19%.
Wow.
And I said, y'all hadn't been to Hurt Auto Sales because they're still breaking records in the other direction up there at Hurt Auto Sales. And I want to be sure that I let you jump on there and prove exactly how inexpensively your next vehicle can be when you buy it from Bobby Lee.
That's right, Henry. We do have some great prices. We just got in a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, red with black leather, sunroof, loaded, got all the extras, and it's priced for just $16,900.
$16,900? My goodness.
Yes, sir. And it is a sharp ride. Chrome wheels. It'll put your eyes out. Okay.
It's one you have no trouble jumping into and heading out.
That's right. Climb a mountain with it if you want to. Okay.
Yes. If you want to.
If you want to. That's right. That's an option.
It is.
Got an 05 Mercedes. It's the SLK 55 series.
SLK. Sounds slick to me.
It is. Hey, yeah, it's slick. Yeah, you can put it any way you want. Okay.
Yeah.
It also has the AMG package on it.
Okay.
It's a little 2-door roadster, hardtop convertible. And this car is just like new. It only has 34,000 miles on it on an 05 model.
Man.
And it's priced to move at $19,900. Okay.
My goodness, you to move all right. That shouldn't last till 8 o'clock.
Matter of fact, it's a red car, and there's only 238 of those in production painted red. So,
my goodness! So you're gonna buy a collector's item right off the bat.
That's right. So be one that stands out, and keep driving.
Okay? All right.
Got got a 2015 Nissan Altima. Just got it in yesterday. It's an SL. It's a champagne-colored, leather, aluminum wheels. Got all the extras on it. And we've got it priced for $14,900, Henry.
That's not a lot of money for that much of a vehicle, for sure.
That's for sure. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, we've got an 09 Dodge Journey.
Dodge Journey, okay.
Take a trip in it, okay? It's a nice little SUV, and we've got it priced for just $6,900 in it.
My goodness. And it sounds to me like it's in mighty good shape, too.
It most certainly is. It makes someone a nice car. Don't want to spend a lot of money and look good while doing it, okay?
You go up to Bobby Lee's today, and I guarantee you, when you're looking at any of these we talked about on the air, you'll walk past a lot of other nice ones just getting there. So the choices are great at Hurt Auto Sales. Bobby Lee's always listening to his customers and saying, what do I need to get on the lot right here that folks will really want to take a good look at? And you've done it again, sir.
That's right, Henry. We've got a lot full of just really nice, cool rides that you'll be sure to enjoy.
Come on out there and check it today at Hurt Auto Sales. Bobby Lee's going to be there doing some. We can say that Hurt Auto Sales is looking down on the construction.
Yeah, that's right. We most certainly are. Got a neighbor in process of moving in next door. So.
Yeah. So, but you're up there, and you're probably a really good neighbor to welcome into the neighborhood. You know.
That's right. We're going to be there with a handshake and welcome to all. That's for sure.
Okay, Bobby, tell everybody what your address is.
621 West Main Street, and you can call me at 270-590-1181.
And before you pick up the phone, you already know what the guarantee is at Hurt Auto Sales, which is
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Have a great day, sir.
And you also, thank you.
Thank you, Bobby Lee. It's 7:48. We got Tidbit News coming up in 60 seconds. It's a rare Saturday afternoon auction, but it's a rare find in the world of great homes. Elmore Realty and Auction is selling this home just off of Highway 31E behind Rib Liquors in Glasgow. It's a brick 3-bedroom home all on a single level. Wow. 1,939 square feet of living space with hardwood flooring, a 2-car covered carport, central heat and air, all on 2 lots. Dakota Elmore and the Elmore Auction team are selling this home and lots for Dorman and Lucille Travis. Remember, it all starts at 1 p.m. this Saturday afternoon. Look for the signs. The property is located behind Rib Liquors on Highway 31 East South. Look for the pictures and more information at elmoreauction.com. Elmore, the name you've grown to trust in Barron County since 1935. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer. Remember, the auction starts at 1 p.m. this Saturday afternoon.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street is Tidbit News. We have some stuff to catch up on here this morning, Angela. And
is Aaron not coming with us?
I don't know if he is or not. I don't know where he is.
I have a couple of really funny headlines I want to share real fast.
Okay.
These are from Huffington Post. It says, a Florida man asks cops to make sure his meth is up to speed.
Yeah. All right, well, you know what? They could be experts on it just based on their association.
A marijuana joint worth $24,000 is the literal definition of a financial hit.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. We need that snare drum on that.
I'm trying to tell you. Oh. It's so funny. Woman gets head stuck in exhaust pipe. You should see her. Why was she doing that anyway?
Well, we had that on while you were gone last week.
And she stuck her head in exhaust pipe?
That's right.
Why?
Well,
I think she was on hallucinogenics, wasn't
it was something.
Yeah, man, I don't think she was just walking around. Here we go. Man with a gun forehead tattoo was charged with illegally possessing a firearm.
So he's into it.
He's got the gun right there on his face.
I've got a few more with a theme to them, too, you know. If I can get the theme to play. Here we go.
Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
What?
Deep dark depression, excessive misery.
I know those people.
Luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
I just want to go and say as a disclaimer, I apologize for the joy I'll get out of these stories.
Well, here's the thing. These stories are like, the theme here is we got to be nicer to each other.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Story number 1, Dateline, Nashville, Tennessee. This one's for the ladies to learn from, okay?
Hey, are you saying ladies need to learn?
A woman has been ordered to pay more than $200,000 to her ex-boyfriend.
I wish I would.
For sabotaging his opportunity at a prestigious scholarship because she didn't want him to leave. Eric Abramovich.
He already sounds whiny.
Currently, he's with the Nashville Symphony.
No, he was with the
He's a Canadian clarinetist who in 2013 applied to study at Los Angeles Coburn Conservatory of Music.
Right.
After a live audition, he was offered a full scholarship.
Okay.
But according to the lawsuit, his girlfriend, Jennifer Lee, intercepted the email and deleted it.
Uh-oh.
The court granted a judgment against Miss Lee, noting that Abramovich lost a unique and prestigious educational opportunity that would have advanced his career as a professional clarinetist.
I mean, he's already made bad choices when it comes to girlfriends. He probably got out there and done something dumb.
He's probably standing over in the corner with his clarinet playing that song.
Ain't that it?
Anyway, all right.
He sounds whiny. He blows.
Yeah, anyway.
Literally, like with a clarinet.
That's right, with a reed. And he's got, but actually what he has is, $200,000 to look for another girlfriend.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you right now, I wouldn't give him $2.
Story number 2.
Appeal that all the way to the Supreme Court.
Here we go. A North Dakota House candidate is facing a misdemeanor criminal charge for allegedly publishing inaccurate information about an opponent.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know you could get arrested for that.
I thought that was just like typical.
I thought that was part of being in the game.
That's part of the campaign trail.
Right.
There you go.
The charge against Republican District 47 candidate Dwayne Sand carries a maximum punishment of a year in jail.
What?
And $3,000 fine.
I'm going to tell you right now, if we start making politicians do jail time for lying, talk about prison overpopulation.
Sand lost the primary election last week to incumbent Representative George Kaiser and Larry Kleeman.
So he lost and he got charged?
That's right. Kaiser filed a police report against Sand on May 29th alleging a flyer sent from his headquarters in Bismarck misstated a vote that he cast in 2013 and violated a state law. This guy, Sand, ran an apology ad in the Bismarck Tribune saying he had misstated Kaiser's vote on the bill. Kaiser or whoever he is. Anyway, Miss
Kaiser, we're back to the context.
Yeah, Sand told the newspaper in an interview that he was not aware of the criminal charge, but that it was Kaiser's right to pursue the case. So, hey, I said something stupid about you, so it's your right to sue me.
Well, I'm telling you right now, people look here. Some of the crazy stuff I scroll through and see on Facebook, some of those people need to have something done to them.
So, but as he was found guilty, he was heard humming. Number 3.
That should be a PSA right there for all politicians.
Number 3, let's go to Illinois. This is actually, this makes my skin crawl, okay? And my skin doesn't crawl very often. There is a Western Illinois coroner who is resigning after facing criticism for keeping poor people's remains until their relatives could pay $1,000.
What?
This is the coroner. Oh. I'm presuming they elect coroners in Illinois.
Yeah.
He's a one-termer.
Adams County Coroner James Keller said in a resignation letter that he was stepping down effective July the 10th to spend more time with his family. We're having trouble believing that he has an affection for family.
Who does that?
Certainly not a family of deceased people.
I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Anyway, he's held the position since 2011. The AP reported last month that Keller was having people who couldn't afford to bury relatives sign over their rights to the deceased, leaving them without a death certificate. He'd bury the cremated ashes if relatives couldn't pay. Keller said the policy was necessary because Illinois halted or delayed payments for indigent burials due to the state's prolonged budget crisis, which ended last summer. Anyway, they voted last week to end the practice, but nonetheless, the coroner That's just that's
You just
cruel.
can't leave a bunch of dead people just
That's
like hanging
more
out.
than gloom. Hey, you don't have $1,000? Yeah, I know you voted for me. I know you elected me, but
You ain't getting Uncle Jerry.
No, that's right. How bad is that?
I would be down there with a picket sign. He's got my dead uncle.
And finally,
Hell yeah.
uh,
People
and-
are crazy.
And this one out of Las Vegas, authorities say a high school coach in New Mexico was booked on a suspicion of aggravated battery for striking another coach with a vehicle during a dispute.
What level of coaching was this? Was this like Little League or
Well, let's
high
see.
school?
No, state
There's
police
a flag
say
on the play.
Mark Martinez, a coach at Robertson High School in Las Vegas, was arrested Wednesday for the May 11th attack on the other coach, whose identity hasn't been revealed. The victim's coaches a wrestling club that's allowed to use the school's facilities for practice.
So wrestling.
Yeah, police say the coaches had met up right after they got into a dispute over text messages.
Oh, wow.
Martinez accused the other coach of throwing a rock at his windshield.
My Lord.
So
I would believe that could be Little League, though.
Yes, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Because you could easily hear that in Little League and go, yeah, that sounds right.
Dude, years ago, I saw some moms getting a nacho fight. And I'm going to try to tell you.
Yeah.
Cheese and chips were everywhere.
Yeah, mostly in the bleachers.
I'm saying,
yeah.
I got up and moved.
Well, here's the thing: if you read between the lines here, there's something that says, what kind of a wrestling coach needs to use his vehicle?
I'm saying.
He should be able to pull some moves out.
He should be able to do something without the car.
Go to the gym, buddy, if you can,
If he's a wrestling coach.
Yeah.
But hey,
Anyway.
Maybe he didn't want to hurt himself, so he just thought, hey, I've got this SUV. Just mow him over.
As you can see.
Did he nudge him or did he actually hit him?
Okay. The actual word they used was striking another coach with a vehicle.
Okay, yeah. I can't defend that.
So, I mean, you don't strike anybody with a vehicle,
Well, I wouldn't say anybody.
or else you get this song sung about you.
Unless you were like trying to keep him from danger, you know.
Yeah.
Aaron, watch out, there's a vehicle coming. You know him that way.
So, like I say, these were all had a common thread.
We get joy out of other people's pain.
Yeah, that's right. We have to report it so maybe other folks might learn to behave.
Yeah, and don't play with dynamite.
Tidbit News. That's what we have for today.
Are you looking for your dream house?
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The University A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. A beautiful custom in our community is drivers paying respect to the departed and their